What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna attempt to recreate Gigi Hadid's look that Patrick Todd did on her for this year's Met Gala. I don't actually know what the theme of the Met Gala was this year. For me, just watching, I would have assumed it was Game of Thrones theme. Anyone else with me on that one? It looked very Game of Thrones to me. What was the actual theme? I'm gonna Google it really quick. Heavenly Bodies, Fashion and the Catholic Imagination. Personally, if someone told me the theme was Heavenly Bodies, I would not even know what to show up in, but I loved everyone's looks, especially Gigi's, so I thought I would recreate it. I think the look came out pretty decent. Don't know what this eye decided to do with the metallic liner. It kind of went all over the place, but still I really love the way the look came out. So if you guys are interested and want to see how I recreated it, just keep on watching. Starting off with the skin like usual, I'm going to be using the SMASHBOX Primerizer because for some reason my skin is so dry right now, and I think it's partially because I ran out of my Lala moisturizer from Drunk Elephant that I absolutely love, and my skin is not adjusting well to all the other moisturizers I've been using right now, so it's gonna really help to hydrate the skin. And then for foundation, we want a red carpet ready foundation, and I've really been loving this NARS Natural Radiant Longwear foundation. It just works really well. It gives you a really nice coverage but doesn't feel heavy. I'm gonna apply the foundation with a paddle brush and then blend it out with a beauty blender, which I just realized I didn't wash one, so I'm gonna go wash one and then do my foundation. No, I just washed my beauty blender and it fell on the floor, which means it's gonna be covered in makeup. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of my LANCOME IDOLE Ultra Wear Concealer or Camouflage in the shade 260 Bisque, just on the inner corner part of the eyes to really brighten it up, so just right here. I always do this step before concealer. It just makes the eyes look a lot brighter, especially when using a lighter concealer to highlight with, so I like to do this for a little bit of prep before highlighting. Blend it out with the blender again. And then for my concealer that I'm gonna highlight with, I'm gonna be using NARS's Radiant, why am I out of breath? NARS Radiant Creamy in the shade Custard. And same thing with this product or with concealer. I like to warm it up on the back of my hand, apply it with a concealer brush, and then blend it out with the beauty blender. And then to set everything, I'm gonna be using the new Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I've only played with it a few times. So far I like it. Hopefully it doesn't do me dirty in this video because I feel like I've only worn it for like an hour or so, not for like an actual event or something like that. So, but yeah, so far I like it. It reminds me of the Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. I might be doing a full-on review of it and like wear test comparing it to the Laura Mercier powder. So stay tuned for that. I'm always really intrigued by face powders because I feel like they're such a sensitive topic. A lot of people hate them, they think it makes them look dry, they think that they don't need powder, so I'm always on the hunt for a good powder. But we're gonna go ahead and use this. I'm gonna press it all over the face with a brush. I'm using this Hourglass brush that I believe is meant for this powder. So for all over the face, I'm just gonna press it on, and then under the eyes, I'm gonna press it in with the beauty blender. And before I ever set my under eyes, I always pick up the excess creasing. Don't forget to do that because if not, you lock the creases in place with the powder. I've done that before. So just pick it up, pick up a tiny bit of powder and just press it into those areas that crease. I'm gonna highlight next. I've been loving highlighting before anything else because it just gives a more, not like a natural effect, it just makes everything look more blended versus streaks of highlighters. So I'm gonna be using the Persona Kelly Glow Highlighter in ZUMA. This gives you very glossy, glass-like skin. Apparently that's a trend right now. I didn't even know, like the glass skin effect. This gives you very glass-looking skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this, and I'm just gonna use I'm gonna use a small tapered brush, and you only need the tiniest amount, and I'm just gonna work it into this little pocket right here. Brow bone, tops of the cheeks, above the brow. And then I'll also highlight the bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin while I'm at it. Seriously, so glossy, and it feels really moist to the touch. It doesn't feel dry at all or glittery. It's just such a pretty highlighter. So once I've done that, I can go ahead and bronze. I'm gonna be using my Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Bronzer shade 02. This bronzer is so easy to blend out. It's like a no-fail bronzer. And the color is just perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this next. General area, starting with the hollows of the cheeks. Going to the forehead. Jawline down the neck. I'm kind of running through the skin pretty quickly because the main focus is definitely gonna be the eyes, and I haven't really practiced it. I did once, but I didn't like the way it came out. So I'm filming this again. I'm kind of just bracing myself for the eyes because it's a tricky eye look, kind of a tricky eye look to get that metallic detail that she had going through the entire eyelid. That's what I'm the most nervous about. One last thing before I actually do the eyes, I'm gonna fill in my brows with my Dior Brow Styler, Universal Brown. So the eyeshadow palette that I thought would work really well for this look is actually Kristen Dominique's Latte palette, because when you look really up close at Gigi's eyes, she has a good amount of purple on the eyes and also like a taupey, shimmery metallic on the lids, and also a little bit of these warm brown tones in the crease. So I'm gonna start by applying caramel to the crease first. And this foundation works really well as a primer because it is, I think, like a 24-hour foundation. I don't know, it just works well on the eyelids. It's not too heavy. It doesn't crease up a lot, but I do like to tap it in a little bit before going in with shadow. And I'm also gonna apply that same color to the lower lash line. I'm also gonna add a little bit of hazelnut to the crease just to deepen up the color a bit. And once I have that color on there, I'm just gonna take a large, clean, fluffy brush. This is a Smith 232. I was using a Smith 247 to apply that first color, but I just really want to diffuse out this color before going in with the purple. And then with a small brush, this one's from Real Techniques, I'm gonna add the purple shadow to the inner and outer corner, almost like a spotlight eye. It looks like she had a spotlight eye kind of going on the eyes, so that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pack it onto the inner outer corner, also lower lash line, and then slowly buff it into the crease. And I'm actually gonna use the same brush I was using to apply that darker brown to buff this into the crease. She also had her eyeshadow really tight to the crease, so I'm not gonna blow it out too much. Not today. And then on the lid, I'm gonna use this color. I'm gonna apply it with my fingertip. Originally I used this one and it was too light, so that streak down the center of the eye didn't even pop. It just blended in with the eyeshadow. So you want something that's a little darker but still metallic. So I'm gonna go ahead and press that onto the center of the lid. That is perfect. That's the kind of color I was going for originally. Something like a taupey, like burnished, bronzy silver color. I don't know what you would call this. And then once you have it on there, you just want to buff it, or buff out the edges into the rest of the eyeshadow. The time has come for the part I was most nervous about, and that's adding the streak down the center of the eyes. I'm nervous because I feel like once I start adding this, I can't take it back. So I'm going to be using this Urban Decay Liquid Moondust eyeshadow. It looks like this. You want something that's gonna pop. In the pictures it looked like she had something white, but I think he used a metallic eyeliner from Maybelline on her eyes, which I don't have, so I'm gonna use this. And what I'm gonna do is just go for it. I'm gonna start by just kind of like, it almost looked like it was like scribbled on and then went up. I don't know, let's see. See how it adds that shine and it almost looks white? So I'm gonna start really close to the lash line and bring it up. We'll kind of like do a little flick at the end and then do a little scribble like that going down. I'm gonna start right here, like that. And then like that. Yes! I think I got it! Woo! I am so excited right now. Sorry if you're wearing headphones right now. That probably really hurt your ears. So yeah, just do like a little squiggle and then flick and flick at the end. So now I'm gonna do the other side and get it to match. I think I can breathe now. Looks pretty decent. It looks a little funky up close, but from far away, it has that effect that Gigi had on her eyes. So I'm gonna zoom you guys back out and finish the face. I almost forgot one last eyeshadow that I wanted to use from the Latte palette, and that is this color right here. as an inner corner highlight because it looks from the photo like she had like a pinkish highlight. This one's more towards the pinky side. And it's gonna add a little color, which is what she had in her inner corners. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it in there and drag it a little towards this inner part of the lower lash line. So for the rest of her makeup, it was all pretty light, really neutral, really soft. So for blush, I'm gonna be using this NARS ERDEM Loves Me Not blush. Look how beautiful it is. This is like my kind of blush color. I like really soft, dusty colors because my skin tone, my olive skin tone, turns blushes and nude lips really brassy. So love this color. I'm gonna pop it onto the cheeks. I'm gonna mist myself with Fix Plus and add mascara. So for mascara, I'm gonna be using my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara and then Tarte Lifted on my lower lashes. And since I'm not wearing any lashes, I'm also gonna tightline with like a dark brown espresso eyeliner, not black, just to make it look a little softer. I'm gonna use Demolition 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil by Urban Decay. And now I can do the lip. Fuel Hi-Fi Shine Gloss by Urban Decay and Fawn Lip Liner by Shui. And that wraps up this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this recreation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think it's pretty similar? Could I have done better? Could this eye have done better? Because ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó aquí? Okay? I don't know what's happening. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the look. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And as always, if you did, give it a like, share it, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.